Hey guys, my name is Shad and welcome along to your practice today. Today I'm going to take you through an upper body heart opening flow. I wanted to create this because I know oftentimes we store a lot of tension in our chest and shoulders, kind of all up around here through the neck. So this class is really going to be focused on opening all of this up. If that sounds like a little bit of you, then stick around. We're going to get into it. I'll see you on your mat. For this practice, you may or may not need a block, so it's always nice to just have one handy. If you've got one available, pop it down beside your mat. If you don't, you can always grab a book or a cushion, a pillow, just something that you can use to lift and elevate the body. We're going to get started, so I'll meet you in child's pose at the back of the mat. All right, so big toes to touch, knees out nice and wide, have a little sway through the pelvis, and let's begin to walk the hands out long. Stretch the fingers out, press the forehead down, close the eyes, and let's begin here with 5 rounds of breath. Sighing it out, letting go of any expectations that you might have for your practice today and just allowing yourself to melt in, connect in with this present moment. Let's do a little body scan. Notice how you're feeling, where there's any heaviness in the body. Finding one more nice deep breath in. Filling the belly right up and then exhaling, belly is to spine. Stretch the fingers out even longer, look forward, lift the chin. We're going to come all the way up into tabletop, straight into tabletop. Walk the hands out long for a puppy pose. Start by opening your chest down to the floor. Try to have the gaze forwards. If you can't get your chin on the mat, then go forehead onto the floor. Allow yourself to rest here. Maybe your toes are tucked or maybe the feet are untucked. Working on opening your chest, lengthening through the armpits, lowering your heart down onto the mat. And just finding your breath here. This can be a lot if it's not a posture that you're familiar with. So working on the forehead is really nice just to get those shoulders drawing away from the ears. And then slowly coming all the way up into tabletop. Find the hands under the shoulders, knees under hips, drop the belly, inhale, lift the gaze, cat-cow, look up. Exhale, tuck, rinse around, pull pelvic floor in. And again, dropping the belly, rolling open the chest, the shoulders, the heart. Exhale, push, lift, lengthen. One more round here, dropping the belly all the way down, feel the front of the body open. Exhale, push, round, rinsing out the spine. Making your way back into tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift the hips, downwards facing dog. Checking in with down dog today. Feet are hip width distance apart, fingers are shoulder width, hands shoulder width, but the fingers are spread nice and wide. Have a little pedal out through your knees, your heels, ensuring that your spine is straight. So making sure if you need to bend the knees, you do that. But we don't want to have a rounding happening. So really push the mat away, lift those hips up, tilt the pelvic bowl up towards the ceiling, the back of the room. 3 rounds of breath here, coming into stillness. Gaze is on your big toes or your knees. One more breath. As you exhale, lift onto tippy toes, look forward, walk your feet all the way up to the hands. Take your 2 big toes to touch, halfway lift, inhale, straight spine. Exhale, bow, tuck the chin. Inhale, rise, stretch your arms up to the sky, looking up to the thumbs, and then hands can come to the heart center. Let's flow through a round of Sun A just to warm up the body. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. Forward fold, bow, exhale, hinging from the hips, melting the chest down. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward, pull the shoulder blades back. 2 hands to your mat, easy step back for high plank. Nice deep breath in. And then lowering down, you're always welcome to drop to the knees. Find chaturanga and then push the floor away for upwards facing dog. Roll the shoulders back, lift the hips all the way back, downwards facing dog. 3 rounds of breath here, just noticing, tuning into the body. Give the heels a little pedal out if you're feeling tight through the hamstrings. Adding in a little rinse of the neck if you need. One more round of breath, inhale. As you exhale, look forward, stepping or jumping both of the feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift to lengthen. Forward fold to bow. Exhale, maybe a soft bend of the knees. Inhale, rise, stretch your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more, inhale, stretch up. Forward fold, exhale, bow, bend the knees, soften. Halfway lift, look forward. 2 hands to the mat, option to step or jump. High plank, lower down, chaturanga. Upwards facing dog, inhale, push the floor away. Downwards facing dog, roll over the toes. 3 rounds of breath, meeting back. Beginning to feel that warmth, that energy flowing through the body. 1 more breath here as you exhale, look forward, step or jump. Halfway lift in. Forward fold, exhale, bow. Inhale, rise, stretch the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last time through, inhale, stretch up. Forward fold, exhale, bow. Halfway lift, lengthen. 2 hands to earth, step or jump. High to low plank. Take your upwards facing dog, push the floor away. Downwards facing dog, lift the hips up nice and high. Just finding yourself here. Notice the breath, 1 more. You're going to ripple the body forward into a high plank. Come to hold yourself here. Take a nice deep breath in. Option to drop to the knees or not. You're going to lower yourself all the way down onto the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way onto your belly. Nice work. You're going to take your hands out. Fingertips at about 10 and 2 o'clock. You can either be flat on your hands or come onto your fingertips. Chin to the floor. Deep breath in. Lift up. Push yourself away. Lift the gaze. Lift the chin. Shoulders back. Exhale. Lower yourself down. Adjusting the hands if you need to. Inhale. Lift up. Exhale to lower down. A few more rounds here. Lifting up. Really focused on opening through the chest. Finding that mobility through the spine. 1 more. Lowering yourself down. Good. Keep your right hand where it is. Take your left elbow 90 degrees out from your left shoulder, right? So it's in a straight line, but you've got this nice little kind of cactus arm going on here. We're going to hook this right foot over and back. Left ear is on the mat. Pressing down into your right fingertips, making sure that that left arm is firmly pressing down into the mat. So you're really pushing this left forearm, this left palm down into the floor to create a nice stretch across your left shoulder, the left pec muscles opening. Tuning into breath. 1 more round here. Release, come back into center. Drop your right elbow down in line with the shoulder, 90 degrees with the hand. Left hand comes to the mat, fingertips. Bend that left knee, hook over and back. Right ear is down onto the floor. Looking for a stretch across your right shoulder here, the pecs, the chest. You can always intensify the stretch by pressing your right forearm and shoulder down into the mat. So you're really looking for this resistance, opening across the chest there, releasing the shoulder. 1 more breath. And let's release, come all the way back into center, nice work. Good. I'm going to take the hands down underneath the shoulders and just inhale, find a little lift here. And then lowering back down. Take your hands back behind you, spark through the fingertips, inhale, lift up. It's like you're stretching back, lifting the chest, stretching back towards your feet. Try to reach towards your toes, pull the shoulder blades back. 1 more breath here. And then lower down. Let's take 1 more, but add the feet when you're ready. Inhale, lift up. And then lift the legs up, just so the belly is on the ground. It's like you're stretching back, pushing your chest, your heart forward. Lift the chin if you can. Pull those shoulder blades back. 1 more breath here. And then lowering down onto the mat. Really nice. Hands underneath the shoulders. Upwards facing dog. Inhale, push the floor. Downwards facing dog. Exhale, lift the hips up high. So we're already starting to open through the chest, open through the heart space, and really activate those back muscles. Nice deep breath in. Long breath out. Right leg is going to lift up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Looking forward, step through for low lunge, HEART, dropping down onto your back knee. Good, finding the hips nice and square here. Stretch the arms up to the sky, interlace your fingers. You can keep your back toe tucked or untucked. Inhale, look up to the ceiling. And then find a back bend here. So press down into your right heel, begin to search for space, opening your chest back. Find the balance. Breathing here. And then coming back all the way. Nice work. We're going to take both hands down to frame your right foot. Tuck your left toes at the back. Set up for pyramid pose. So you want to have this foot on a diagonal. Hips are square towards the front of the mat. If you have really tight hamstrings, come up. Deep breath in. Lean forward, bowing to come down. If your hands are on the floor, just inhale, lift the chin. Exhale to bow. Pull that right hip back in space. If you need to, use a block here for stability and for balance. So if you can't quite touch the floor, maybe support the calf, use the block so you can bring yourself down. Props are always good, okay? So add them in as you need. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, bowing a little bit more. Of course, we've just got to release those hamstrings, even if it's just a little bit. Good. When you're ready, inhale, looking forward. We're going to come all the way up to standing, hands to hips. Turn to the side of the mat. Inhale, peel your arms open, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, bow the body forward. Take a hold of the outside of your ankles. Make sure that your heels are wider than your toes. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, bow. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Halfway lift, inhale. Come all the way up to standing, exhale. We're going to go out the same way we went in. So pivoting back for pyramid pose. Adjust your back foot if you need to. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bowing down across your right leg. Inhale, halfway lift. Drop the back knee down. Tuck the toes at the back, square the hips. Anjayasana, back into it. Stretch the arms up. Inhale. Take your back bend, maybe a little more depth this time. Releasing the hands, come down onto the mat. We're going to go straight back into downwards facing dog. Lift the hips up high. Find your breath. Nice full breath in. Long breath out. Same thing on the other side. So left leg is going to lift up nice and tall. And then stepping through low lunge, Anjayasana, drop the back knee down onto your mat, lift the chin, look forward, square the hips. Decide to tuck or untuck the back foot, sweep the arms up, inhale, interlace the fingers. Find your back bend, begin to press down into your left heel. Open the chest, come back. And then releasing, really nice. Two hands going to come down, frame the foot. If you used a block on the other side for pyramid, same thing here. So pyramid pose, draw the back foot down parallel, but hips are square to the front. Inhale, look forward, lift the chin, shoulders back. Exhale, bow. Hands can either come down beside you. Maybe you're working here to frame the foot with the hands. Good, you might want to crawl the fingers back if you're on the ground towards that back foot, really finding a nice deep forward fold here. One more round of breath. Staying for your exhale. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale to rise, come up to standing, pivot to the right side of the mat, peel the arms out wide. Inhale, lift the gaze, look up. Forward fold, exhale, bow. Open those hamstrings. Grab a hold of the back of the heels. Chin is to the chest. Head is heavy. Breathing life into this posture. Emptying out. One more round of breath here. Emptying out. Maybe close the eyes. Halfway lift, look forward. Hands to hips, come up to standing. Let's exit the same way we went in. So pivoting forward, find your pyramid pose. Maybe adjust the back foot if you need to. Deep breath in. Bowing down across your left leg. Maybe it's a little bit longer than what it was before. Full breath in. Exhaling. Drop the back knee down onto the mat. Square the hips. Inhale to rise. Stretch the arms up. Remember, back bending. So we're really focusing, opening the chest, the front of the body. Reach back. Be brave. And then closing. Woo, welcome the wobbles. Closing everything down. Tuck the toes at the back. Find your way back into downwards facing dog. Tuning into breath here. Nice work. Looking forward. Step or jump both feet to the top of the mat. Take the feet hip width apart. Grab a hold of your big toes. Padahastasana. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bow. Nice deep forward fold here. Elbows are out nice and wide. Bending the knees. Roll the shoulders. Lift the hips up. Push the pelvis up to the ceiling. Lengthen the crown of the head to the floor. Breathing here. 1. Fully out. 2. Fully out. 3, last one. Release. Halfway lift, look forward. Gorilla pose, walk your hands underneath your feet. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, bow. 3 rounds of breath, find the softness here. Activate through the core, draw belly button into spine, compress. Lean forward into the front of your feet, just a little. And then halfway lift, inhale. Hands come to hips, come all the way up to standing. Take the 2 big toes to touch. Let's rinse on out with a VinYasa. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Forward fold, exhale, bowing the body. Halfway lift, look forward. 2 hands to the mat, step or jump. High to low. Upwards facing, inhale, push the floor away. Downwards facing dog, hips are up, nice and high. So we're going to flow through that little sequence one more time on each side. Hopefully it's feeling a little bit more familiar in the body. Right? So just moving through it. Right leg lifts up to the sky, inhale. Looking forward, step through, low lunge, drop the back knee down. Inhale, rise, reach the arms up. Find your back bend here, search for space. Coming all the way back. Bring the hands down to frame the foot, tuck the back toes for pyramid pose. Inhale, look forward. Exhale to bow. Maybe you walk the hands back, maybe you're using a block. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Hands to hips, come up to standing. Pivot the feet to the side of the mat. Open the arms, look up, inhale. Exhale, bow the body forward, forward fold. Head is heavy. 1 round of breath here. Halfway lift, inhale. Come all the way up to standing. We come out of the posture the same way that we went in. So finding your way back into pyramid, adjust the feet. Deep breath in. Bowing to exhale. All the way down. Drop the back knee down onto the mat. Find Anjayasana. Welcome the back bend. Inhale, reach up. Open the chest. Closing everything off. Hands frame the foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift. Downwards facing dog. Round of breath to clear. Left leg comes up. Inhale. Stepping through. Drop the back knee down. Stretch the arms up. Open the body. Work into that space. Closing everything off. Tuck the back toes. Lift the hips. Square. Look forward. Inhale. Pyramid pose. Exhale to bow. Breathing. Maybe walking the hands back or using a block. Halfway lift to inhale. Come all the way up to standing. Peel open. Inhale, look up. Exhale to bow. Find a round of breath. Halfway lift, look forward. Come all the way up to standing. Pivot towards the front of the mat. Pyramid pose. Inhale. Exhale to bow. All the way down. Halfway lift. Drop back knee to earth. Inhale, rise back into Anjayasana. Open the body. And closing everything down. 2 hands to the floor, lift the hips, well done, downwards facing dog. Deep breath in, long breath out. Looking forward, step or jump to the top of the mat. Take the feet hip width apart, grab a hold of the big toes, inhale, look forward. Exhale, bow, Padahastasana, elbows wide. Breathing here. 3 rounds, find softness. Let the lower back release. 1 more round. Halfway lift, inhale, look forward. Hands are going to slide underneath your feet. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, bow, gorilla pose. Second time around. Let yourself be soft here. Push those hips up. Let the chest be heavy. Head be heavy. Halfway lift, inhale, look forward, release the hands. Take them to the hips and come all the way up to standing. 2 big toes to touch. Hands to heart center, rinsing everything out. Inhale to rise. Forward fold to bow. Halfway lift in. 2 hands to your mat, step or jump back. High to low plank. Take an upwards facing dog, push the floor away. Downwards facing dog, lifting all the way back. And we're going to step or jump through all the way into a seated position. So when you're ready, however you want to get there, legs out long in front of you. Nice work. So we're going to bend the knees slightly, deep breath in. Set up for a forward fold. Maybe you're scooping the arms underneath. If you have space, take a hold of your feet. Inhale, bowing the body down here. Binding if you can, interlace the fingers. Really allow the lower back to just release. We're going to work into our final round of back bending here today. So a lot of focus on opening through the front of the body. Opening the heart space. And because we do that, we have to find balance. So always allowing time for forward folds, coming back to center. When you're ready, come all the way back up. Take your feet on the floor, hip width distance apart. Scoot the pelvis forward and let's lower down onto the mat, setting up for bridge pose. Nice and simple to start, so make sure you can touch your heels here. We're going to take 3 rounds of back bending just to really open everything up and hopefully leave you feeling nice and open through your heart space, the chest. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, lift the tailbone, squeeze the glutes. Bridge pose. Interlace your fingers. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Imagine that the back bend is going all the way from your hips right down into your heart space. Close the eyes. Breathing here. One more round. And then lowering down all the way. Nice. Keep the feet where they are, but just drop both knees over to the right. Good. Take the gaze to the left, so it's a little rinse out. And then over to the other side. So just dropping both knees over, gaze in the opposite direction. Come back into center. And now let's work into either wheel or bridge. If you're feeling like bridge is where you want to be, so maybe you're working here, stay there. Use this beautiful space that you have. If you have more space, take your hands beside your ears. Good. And we're going to work into full wheel pose. If you have drop backs, feel free to add these in here as well. So you're going to take a full breath in. As you exhale, lift, push the ground away, coming all the way up. If you can't quite make it all the way up, come to the top of your head. That's a nice place to be, okay? Finding that breath here, fully in, fully out. Try to push the floor away so you draw your hips further towards your chest. So we're opening the chest over, all the way, heart towards the back. Opening your heart space. See if you can pull it even further towards the edge of your mat here. And then when you're ready, slowly, safely, lowering down onto the mat. Very gently, draw your knees in towards the chest. Close the eyes, 3 rounds of breath here. 2 more. Last one. dropping your feet down onto the floor. Final round of back bending. If you'd like to add in drop backs or come up to standing, adding that in here. So we'll take the hands down beside the ears, full breath in. As you exhale, push, lift, come all the way up. And you might start to walk your hands closer back towards your feet. Breathing, breathing. Feel the space in between each vertebrae and working into it. So maybe you walk the hands back even further. If you're working into standing, leaning, welcome the wobbles. Good. If you're moving into drop backs, more of an advanced kind of back bend, send the hips forward, lean back, take the hands with you, all the way over. Breathing here. And then walking all the way back out. Come to lie down onto your mat. If the drop back isn't there, don't worry about it. It's a never-ending journey. Yoga is a never-ending journey. So just enjoy where you are. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Maybe take a couple of circles, massage out the lower back. On your mat there, sway the hips side to side. A couple of figure eights. Breathing. Gently take the feet together, knees wide. Draw your right hand to belly, left hand to heart space. Close the eyes down. Let a sigh, exhale. Keeping your eyes closed here. And just tuning into the heartbeat. Notice the space, that feeling after back bends. Open, free. Notice the depth of the breath, the belly rising and falling. Maybe there's a little smile on your face. Maybe there's a feeling of emotion that comes with your heart opening. Welcome it. Allow yourself to just observe. One more breath here. Fully in. Fill the belly. Fully out. Gently draw your knees back towards each other. Hug into chest. We're going to take a little rock. Hands come under the knees, cross the ankles, and rock all the way up. Finishing with a forward fold, always looking for balance. Balance in the body, balance in the mind. Bend the knees to soften. Inhale. Scoop your arms underneath and just let yourself fold, closing down the posture, closing down the practice. Head is heavy. Imagine you can feel the space from your lower back, your sacrum, all the way up through to behind your heart, just expanding on your back. Almost like someone is kneading dough or kind of opening, rounding something out. One more breath here. Lean a little further forward. If you have more space in your forward fold, by all means, lean into it, move into it. Slowly coming all the way back up to seated, crossing your legs. So I'm going to take a little twist here. I'll turn to face you. Nice easy twist. Take your right hand to left knee. Inhale, lift up the chest. Exhale, rinse back, look over the shoulder or close the eyes. Straight spine. Inhale to lift. Exhale to rotate. Back into center, other side, all the way over. Inhale to lift. Exhale to rotate. All the way back into center. Neck and shoulders, last little bit here. Interlace your fingers, draw them to the very back of your head. Inhale. Exhale, draw the elbows down towards the hips. Feel a stretch through the back of your neck. Lengthen the breath. slowing it down. Take the left hand to left knee, right arm up and over. Inhale. Exhale, draw across, opening the space through the side of the neck. You can always take the left hand to the floor if you want a little bit more of a stretch there. Lengthen spine, welcome the stretch, welcome any tension that you can feel. Breathing into it, creating freedom. Releasing, moving, flowing over to the other side. Inhale to lift. Exhale to draw across. Activating through your core, through your pelvic floor. Lifting from the base of the spine. Leaning into that stretch. One more breath here. Gently coming back into center. We're going to lie down onto the floor, all the way down. Setting up for that one final posture we've all been waiting for. Before that, happy baby. Take a hold of the outer edges of your feet. Knees nice and wide. Maybe the eyes are closed. Try to lengthen out the whole spine on the floor. Maybe sway side to side. 3 rounds of cleansing breath here. In your own time, creating an equal pull between the sacrum and the shoulder blades. One more round of breath. Releasing your legs all the way down onto the floor. Stretch them out nice and long. Let's take the hands down. Setting up for your final resting pose. Anything that you need to do to make this more still, comfortable. Sighing it out. Allowing yourself to rest here in the most important posture of your practice, Savasana. Try to stay connected with your breath. Tune into the subtle energetics of your body. Maybe your heart. Softening your forehead, your face. Feel free to linger here in your Savasana for as long as you like. When you're ready, gently wriggle your fingers, stretch the toes, the arms long, welcoming life and movement back into the body. Draw the knees into chest, turn to one side or just make your way straight up into a seated position. If you'd like to take a lotus, half lotus, whatever's comfortable for you. Hands to heart center, fully inhaling, sigh it out, sealing our practice with an Om, inhale, Om. Bowing chin to chest. The highest light in me honors the highest light in you. Thanks for choosing to share your practice today. I hope that it was beautiful and I hope that your heart feels open and expansive. Namaste. Thanks so much for tuning in and joining this practice today. If you would like any more help or tips and tricks with your practice, feel free to get in touch, send me a message. There are all of my contact details below. I would love to help you out with your journey of yoga, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.